Într-un interviu în exclusivitate pentru Antena 3, senatorul american Robert Portman apreciază că Rusia reprezintă o amenințare pentru România. Există însă și vești bune. Iată ce spune în interviul realizat de Alina Anghel.
The good news is that we have a strong alliance with Romania, and therefore there are U.S. troops here, there are French troops here, there are British troops here, there are German troops here, there are Dutch troops here, not in large numbers, but they're here helping to ensure that they are interoperable with the Romanian troops. So there is a commitment here to our friendship, our alliance, and specifically to Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, which provides for mutual defense. And that is very different than Ukraine.
From what you know, should the conflict become worse, is there the possibility of more U.S. troops coming to Romania? Is this something taken into consideration?
Well, I think it's possible. Right now, it's really on a rotational basis. And one of the things that I've been promoting is to ensure we have a permanent presence here in Romania, but also in Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Poland, Slovakia, other countries, particularly those who are on the Eastern Front here. So I don't know what the plans are exactly. I know NATO is likely to make an announcement in the next week regarding the troop posture. And I know that, again, Romania has earned U.S. support and friendship through your work with us, your work with other countries, what you have done in terms of helping Ukraine, including the Ukrainian refugees, which has been extraordinary, what you have done to push back against some of the Chinese malign influence, including in telecommunications, and what you have done with the United States, with your support of our positions in the United Nations. You had troops at our side, standing side by side with American troops in tough places like Iraq and Afghanistan. So Romania is a true friend and a true ally.
You said you would be visiting the refugees, the Moldovan-Ukrainian border. Could you please talk a bit about the humanitarian aid provided both by Romania and the United States?
Well, first, it's heartbreaking to talk to these refugees. I've been on the Polish border to meet with them. They talk about their homes being destroyed and their husbands or sons or other male members of the family being left behind to fight. They talk about friends and neighbors, sometimes family being hurt or killed. And they are so distraught and traumatized by what has happened. And therefore, the embrace by Europe, and in particular Romania, has been very, very important. And they feel it. You know, they feel that there is compassion for them and support for them. I think it's made the alliance stronger. I think it's made your friendship with Ukraine stronger, and vice versa. I know the Ukrainians are very grateful for the way Romanians, both governmentally, with your government setting up a very efficient refugee processing, but also the people of Romania just stepping forward and opening their hearts, opening their homes to refugees has been extraordinary. We just passed legislation in the United States Congress to provide more funding for refugees and for their resettlement. And the President has signed that legislation, so that will help. Moldova, which is a smaller country and a poorer country, has also been extraordinary in their generosity. It's not easy. It's not easy. This is war in its purest, ugliest form. And who'd have thought that in our lifetime we would see this? I think most people in my generation, my father was a World War II veteran. We thought that World War II was the war that was going to end these kinds of conflicts because of the post-war order that was established. Now we find how fragile liberty is and how volatile and dangerous the world can be. And we have to be realistic about it and step up. Again, Romania has done that by increasing its armed forces, modernizing its armed forces, agreeing to the 2% of GDP NATO requirement, now proposing 2.5%. every country in the region must do that, and we must be strong together.